And as midterm elections quickly approach, Republican New Yorkers are getting ready for a fierce electoral battle over Democrat incumbent Kirsten Gillibrand's Senate seat. One America's Chris Carter caught up with the GOP candidate Chele Farley, who spoke about her plans if she gets elected.
Chele Farley, running for Senate in New York. Thanks for joining One American News.
Chris, it's great to be here.
Talk to me a little bit about Judge Kavanaugh and what's happened to him. You're a Republican woman. Has he been treated fairly?
Well, I am glad that both sides got to have their hearing, that Dr. Ford was able to be heard, and that they ended up doing an FBI investigation. My understanding from that investigation is there's no corroboration. And so they should come to a vote, and if I were a senator, I would vote to confirm him.
You've been campaigning all over the state pretty heavily. Twitter is a major component now of political campaigns, and you've experienced a little adversity there. Talk about that.
I have. I've been blocked. I can't believe it, for sensitive content. And my sensitive content, as an example, was talking about term limits and publicizing an appearance that I was on Utica radio. It's crazy. I don't understand it. And yes, I've sent out a press release saying that, we can't, allow private companies to censor thought for people, who are right-leaning. And so we need to get unblocked, but certainly it's gotten me a lot of press, and I've been happy about that.
We know your opponent, Kirsten Gillibrand. She has a really thin record. I mean, talk a little bit about what you're experiencing when you're campaigning against her. Will she even debate you?
Well, that's an excellent question. So I've accepted 5 debates, 2 of them actually with dates and times, and from very well-known New York One, Spectrum, the League of Women Voters, WABC. I would love to do one here on One American News, but she has not accepted a single debate, and I think that is because she is afraid to actually get out there and talk to the people about New York about how little she's accomplished. She has been in Washington almost 12 years, and during that time, she has passed exactly one bill to rename a post office. It's crazy. New York needs somebody who's going to be thinking about them, and that is why we lost 1 million people. 1 million people have left the state of New York since 2010. It's crazy, and we need to bring our money back, and we need to get more bills passed, and I will do that when I'm elected to the Senate.
Trump has just had a major victory with the new trade deals with Canada. How is this going to affect New Yorkers in upstate? It's
fantastic for New York. And I've already called on Kirsten Gillibrand to vote yes. Interestingly, Chuck Schumer came out saying what a great bill it was for New York, especially for our dairy farmers. Kirsten Gillibrand said the dairy industry is doing terribly, and half of our agricultural revenues in New York are from dairy. Her very first bill that she proposed was to help the dairy industry. Sadly, like the other 300-plus bills she's promoted, not a single one of them has passed. But this bill is a great bill. And look, I negotiate for a living. I think it is incredibly important that we do the best we possibly can for the U.S., but also we don't keep bills outstanding for 25 years. I mean, that bill was created before everybody was buying things from the internet. It was before Amazon. So it makes sense, and one of the great things I think in that bill as well is they talk about the fact that it has to be re-looked at every 6 years, which I'm absolutely in favor of. I think it is a huge win for New York, and I support it.
Chele Farley, thanks for joining One American News.
Thank you, Chris. It's great.